This is Uche Ogbuji of the AI DIY show. And as you know, we're all about exploring how people are physically and getting in there, getting their hands dirty with AI, with large language models, with all this new technology that's emerging. So I'm here in Nigeria at PyCon Nigeria 2024 in Lagos. And I thought it was a great opportunity to talk to people about what they're doing here in this very different context from a lot of what people expect for high technology development. And so I'm here with Gift, who's going to talk a little bit about what he's doing with AI-related technologies, with data-related technologies, and the sorts of problems that he's looking to solve. So Gift, thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Nice meeting you. Good to see you at PyCon Nigeria. So my name is Gift Ojeabulu, like you said. So I was an ex-data scientist, sports precisely, for a company called CBB Analytics in the US. So before I came, currently now I work with the ML developing for a company called DVC AI. So DVC in short means data version control, but it goes beyond that. So there's the data versioning side, there's the model versioning, there's the experiment tracking side. So and how you can, the focus is on data-centric AI because it's like your garbage in, garbage out. If you don't have a good data, definitely your AI model is like just below. You can't just keep relying training without the data being right. So outside on the community side, basically what I do is I am the co-founder of Data Community Africa. So Data Community Africa is a conference we hold yearly. We started that was 2 years ago. So the way it got started was I attended a conference actually here. Zone Tech. So I gave a talk on MLOps with Dagjob and DVC. So and I noticed that a lot of people, they are not really in the ML space. A lot of people can't relate to the talk I'm giving. So I have to come down below and start explaining data science so that people, because I can't just be explaining what people don't understand before I proceed. So that inspiration when I got home and I figured about something that I wanted to be a conference that bring together AI engineers, machine learning engineers, data engineers, and some others. And it got the buzz on Twitter, and that's how Data Fest started. So last year we had representation from 8 different countries. So we held it here in Lagos, where we are over 2,000 data practitioners, some data engineers, like data scientists and ML engineers. So what I do at CBB before I got into DVC is I work as a sports data scientist. So the project we were working with at the point was predictive analytics. So for college basketball teams, where we try to predict the movement of players and use some outside predictive analysis. We did some computer vision, trying to track the distance of players, get their numbers and call on using that was called CBB tracking. I spoke with my ex-manager, which is the CEO of CBB Niche. So yesterday, funnily, and he was sharing with me that he wants to incorporate DVC, and because he's having some issues with data set versioning and all, that's what one thing is in data management side. So what I do with DVC and in the MLOps space basically is I get feedback from the community as the developer relations person, and I try to talk to the product team for them to improve on the product, because the truth is feedback is the oil of your product, right? From the community. People use your product. Let's give an instance of ChatGPT, Gemini. If you've seen different updates over time, and you see that a lot of these things are from feedback from the community, right? I don't know if you saw this case of where Gemini, people were when we get an image, we try to tell Gemini to give us an image on an image on Gemini. It keeps bringing black people. And the AI community will complain that something is wrong and something like that. So they have to work on that and improve with that. So the thing is, looking at the state of large language models now, which is a sub-part from natural language processing, because LLM is the new word, but it's it has been exactly NLP is so the wider part. So the thing is, looking at it at the moment, the place we are right now, just imagine what it will be in the next 5 to 6 years. If you imagine a case from Claude to ChatGPT to Gemini and Perplexity, what they are doing at the moment. So definitely there will be some sort of improvement. So that's like some things I do at DVC. So other things I do basically is I show people through workshop on why they have to use the product. Why in the sense that because you can't talk to maybe a data scientist, machine learning engineer, or data engineer that they should just use your product for no reason. There have to be a why.
Right.
So, and developers are more bothered about solutions than you selling to them. Now, you have to give a walkthrough that, okay, maybe for instance, now that, okay, you are working with a project and you are tuning your parameters now and you are trying to like track and what's in it. Different Excel, you get your CSV file and you're trying to like track different Excel file. Like, why not follow the best software engineering technique, right? Like using Git, having a clean code and some other things. Why not follow those techniques? Because the thing is, a lot of data scientists are actually, they are not actually like software engineers by art. You get, so a lot of them are more statisticians than software engineers. But the truth is, the state that we are now, especially these days of where a lot of things are being abstracted. You get where you just build with APIs from maybe ChatGPT, Gemini, and all, and just like a lang chain. You get when you build with this thing and just abstract a lot of things instead of building from scratch like before.
Absolutely.
You need like very good stuff, like some good software engineering technique.
Yeah.
So here at PyCon Nigeria, I spoke at like collaborative ML. Using VS Code as your orchestrator for the right data science workflow.
Right.
Yeah, so I talked about the importance of different extensions that people start, like when you start your career, when you start a YouTube video, you start with Jupyter Notebook, for instance, and that's what we are all taught, right? But the thing is, using Jupyter Notebook to follow the right software engineering technique is not really right. Exactly. Because production set and some other things are not working with things. So that was what I was trying to like tell them, and I was trying to make them aware that there are different extensions that handle this. So they like different open source extensions. There's the ZML extension, there's the data wrangler, there's the DVC, there's the Jupyter Rendra, there's the Python indent. So all these extensions now are ensuring the GitLab, they are a GitHub compiler, they are ensuring best use of software engineering techniques now as a data scientist. So that's just what I do in summary, yeah.
And that's one, and as a matter of fact, I think we're going to link at some point to the recording of Gift's talk once it's available, because I do agree, getting more data scientists and data analytic people understanding, or at least working with engineers to properly engineer things is important. And that's the DIY ethos. Do it yourself, but do it right. Good engineering, good craftsmanship, etc. So I really appreciate that. Thank you for the talking to our audience.